Thank you, Oren. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
We know each other for a very long time,
Indeed.
but for our audience, could you just introduce yourself and your role and the company that you represent?
Yeah, I'm Oren Arie. I'm leading innovation and strategy at Beit, at the part of the academic and government segment. I've been working with and for libraries for my entire career, and now part of my job, I'm among other things, also responsible for AI, our academic AI platform strategy. Development, which was a hot topic.
Exactly.
Not
You're
surprisingly.
a very busy man, and I think a very, very intelligent person who keeps an eye on what's happening around in our sector, and AI being the new thing that you have been working and embedding into your programs and software solutions. So if I want to just ask you about the journey, about the long journey you have had in this sector, from the early beginnings to Charleston Hub Asia. Could you describe in few words how that journey has been?
How many hours do we have? Well, I've interestingly enough, I'm not a librarian by trade. Actually coming more from background of computer science, math, and linguistics. But I fell in love in this profession. As I said, I worked in this sector my entire career. And, several years ago, I won't say how many, when we started, I came from the software world. So really looked at systems and how automation can help advance both the vision and the mission and the day-to-day of both librarians and their users. And of course, technology has changed dramatically. I won't admit what was the technology back then, but we went through some significant transitions, obviously, the digital transition, the web transition, SaaS, which was a very important step forward. The introduction of Google and Google Books. I remember the havoc this created. But I think each one of those steps, with the appropriate, us coming together as a community. And really finding the way in which we can use those technologies and those trends and those, sometimes disruptions, to feed into what we're doing and to make what we're doing better. But I will say that, throughout that career, all the way to today, when we're discussing AI, there are two components I think that have not changed. One is the mission, of libraries. Yes, we advance them. Yes, we nuance them. Yes, we adopt them based on technologies, but to advance learning, to advance research excellence, are the core missions of libraries back then and
that's
today.
Still true. Yes.
Still true today. How we do it is very different.
Yes.
And I think that the fact that we're sitting here after all those years means that as a profession, we managed to, take all those changes and work with all those changes, deal with all the risks and the concerns, and there are always, it's always a trade-off.
Yes.
Choices are made based on, trying to get the best out of the situation, but really focusing on the advantages and the benefits and moving forward. And as such, we moved forward. Today we're addressing AI. We're only at the beginning of that stage. I believe that this is the biggest yet. Not only because it's much more far-reaching, it's much more broad and deep, it's much more the pace and the rate of change is dramatically bigger. It's also compounded by other factors, other forces, other trends that happen, geopolitical and others. So certainly, I think it's the biggest one. But look, The other ingredient that doesn't change in kind of our success, and when I compare to libraries when I started my career, is the fact that it's really a collective effort. And for me, that's what Charleston represents. You know, it's a collective effort. We're working in partnership and collaboration. It's based on trust. And it's global. We think global, but have to act local.
Local, yes.
You know, we are nuanced. We are not the same. Different cultures, different priorities of different types of institutions. Yet there's a lot of global commonality, and we need to reduce it into local nuance. And for me, Charleston represents that. Being here represents
That's
that.
a wonderful response. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And I would like to also thank Clarivate and you personally for supporting Charleston Hub, both in US and this inaugural Asia, and being the diamond sponsors for this conference as well. So if you would like to just help our audience understand similarities or difference that you would have observed between the US and the Asia leg, what are your initial thoughts?
Everybody talks about the food, so I won't talk about the food. But you know, I think one of the things that I really appreciate is the spirit. The spirit is very common. The spirit of getting together, and look, the getting together is librarians of different types. You know, we have a category of librarian, but there are different types of librarians. There are different types of institutions, different types of libraries. And then added to that, there are vendors, there are publishers, we even saw students and researchers, policymakers. It's really a combination of skills and interests with a common denominator of trying to make our sector better, trying to understand, share experiences, learn from each other, you know, listen and share. You know, it's the sessions, it's the keynotes, but it's also the networking, you know, kind of bonding those relationships is building the opportunity for the next collaboration.
But there are more similarities that you have identified.
There's definitely a lot of similarities. Having said that, there are also differences.
Yes.
You know, I was very pleased. There was a survey now that showed that the majority of the people here are first-timers.
First-timers, yeah.
Which means that, you know, coming here gave an opportunity.
Here as well.
Are you
Yes,
really?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no, yeah, that's great to know. That gives an opportunity to a lot of people that didn't have an opportunity to be part of that.
No, excellent, excellent. And you know, we hope to see Clarivate supporting Charleston going forward as well. Now, my final question is to Oren, the strategist, somebody who thinks deeply and tries to connect different variables into a logical roadmap. What works for you, and how are you able to process that much information? Any guidance for people who are trying to follow you and trying to you know, follow your footsteps towards becoming strategist into the future in our profession?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's I wake up every morning and thinking about what I don't know, and there's a lot. The list is growing.
Growing, okay.
I think about you know, we talked about what has changed and what has not changed. A lot has changed, and you know, not to fear from change, to take ownership and understand that. You know, our ability to change is what makes us better. Yeah. Challenge the status quo is always important. I think being humble is another important thing. You know, we have to accept the fact that we are limited as an individual and even as a group, and that's why networking and collaboration and community, it's a collaborative effort. You know, one of the things that I'm I'm drawing to the keynote that you led at the beginning, Professor Joy. She mentioned the role of librarians in disseminating and diffusing knowledge in you know, in context of the climate change and sustainability efforts. You know, I feel that notion is very engraved in what I do, in the sense that both my passion to do, but also benefiting from that. So, you know, consuming a lot of information, listening a lot, and then, trying to do the best to make something out of it.
No, that's great, and you are always this humble. So thank you, and also being true to yourself. And on that note of being lifelong learners, thank you, Oren.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank
for
you
your
very
time.
much.
Cheers.
Cheers.